Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Matt Tinney. With over 30 years of IT experience, Matt Tinney serves as Chief of Strategic Growth Partnerships at Windows Management Experts, or known as WME. WME, recognized as a leader in cybersecurity and compliance, offers end-to-end solutions for IT, specializing in project delivery, staffing, and managed services and licensing. At WME, Matt and his team pride themselves on their core values of collaboration, integrity, open-mindedness, and growth through partnerships. Specializing in Microsoft security and compliance solutions, WME is recognized as leaders in supporting cybersecurity, compliance, managed services, and solution integrators. The integrator for the integrator and the MSSP for the MSP, they facilitate the delivery of best-in-class professional solutions with highly skilled engineers and project managers. Well, good afternoon, Matt. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Appreciate you jumping on, making the time, Matt. We've connected fairly recently, had some conversations, and we decided it was a good idea to get on a podcast. So I really do appreciate that. And Matt, switching right into your first question here, with over 30 years in the IT industry, can you share how your journey led to become the Chief of Strategic Growth Partnerships at Windows Management Experts? And how has your role evolved to meet the changing landscape of cybersecurity and IT services?
Absolutely. It's a great question. Self-provoking. So first off, thanks for having me and asking this question in particular. You know, it's been quite the ride. If there's one change or one constant in IT, it's actually change. You know, when I started at Windows Management Experts as the founder, my role was deeply rooted in leveraging relationships and expertise to drive growth and innovation. And as we've seen the acceleration of technology with things such as AI and ChatGPT and other Copilot from Microsoft, the sophistication of cyber threats have really reshaped our playing field. And so, you know, I really keep up with the fast-paced environments and stay curious and connected at all times. So it's more about a mindset of learning and the evolution of my role as systems engineer, you know, working with Microsoft Endpoint Management, and then now staying ahead of those cyber threats and embracing the technology advancements is kind of my role. So what this means is I spend most of my time collaborating with industry leaders such as yourself and diving into emerging trends and forging strategic partnerships. So these efforts are not just about growth. It's really about empowering our clients and our partners with cutting edge solutions that protect them, keep them compliant, and propel them forward. So my approach, you know, and my role have transcended traditional boundaries to focus on the innovation and the security side. And so this is fundamentally about creating a resilient and innovative IT ecosystem. Clearly, no one company can do everything. So you have to have partners and you have to have strategic alignment with those partners. So the landscape, though, of cybersecurity in particular and the IT services space is complex and ever evolving. It's almost like a puzzle. So by focusing on the strategic partnership side and staying ahead of those trends, we're able to respond to changes and anticipate them. And so the proactive stance is crucial for really not only navigating today's challenges, but also shaping our industry's future. It's about setting the course to ensure security is at the top of everyone's mind and efficiency through automation while innovating and being at the forefront. And that's what we do at Windows Management Experts. So I just want my insights to be enlightening, and I'm very proud of this journey. And it didn't happen overnight. It's a 17-year journey. The world of IT and cybersecurity is just as fast-paced and ever-changing. So I look forward to continuing to push these boundaries and drive innovation at Windows Management Experts.
Awesome. Thank you. And I love your approach, Matt. Obviously, you can't be an expert at everything. So you leverage your partnerships, but also you have a unique way of connecting and building those relationships, fostering those for the long term. And again, I think that's a recipe for success, as we've seen with your company. So Matt, the next question I have for you, as Chief of Strategic Growth Partnerships, how do you identify and cultivate partnerships that align with Windows management experts' mission, and what makes a partnership successful in your view?
This is one of my favorite questions. All right. Our mission is to empower businesses with top-notch IT and the cybersecurity solutions to ensure they're protected and primed for growth. So the mission in guiding our partnerships is really segmented into three areas. So first, it's about the identification process, which really begins with an alignment of vision and values. Okay. That means cultural values, leading by example. We look for partners who are leaders in their domain, but also who share in our commitment to innovation and excellence while being kind and collaborative in the partnership. So this alignment is crucial because it sets the foundation for a partnership that's built on mutual respect and shared goals. Secondly, we focus on complementary strengths, bringing the sense of omnipresence. So a successful partnership to me is one where each party brings something unique to the table. So it's a bidirectional collaboration, whether that's technology, innovative technology products, market reach, maybe in an industry where we don't have, the audience, but they do, or just pure expertise for scalability. So this complementary allows us to create the solutions greater than the sum of their parts. I say the word team of teams. So it's about leveraging each other's strengths to build a stronger team. A unified team is always going to be more secure. The third thing that is really key in all of these partnerships is cultivating it does require constant communication and collaboration. So it's about working closely to identify opportunities that serve each other, solving the problems each of our clients have in industry focuses, and innovating and providing something different. We invest time in understanding our partners' capabilities upfront and their goals, and we expect the same in return. So this mutual investment does foster a deep sense of trust and cooperation essential for success. So, having said that, a successful partnership is really one that delivers measurable value to all stakeholders, including our clients and our partners. Oftentimes we will actually refer partners to each other. For example, when we were working with a new partner, they actually said, do you do IoT? And it's like, and at the time we didn't do IoT, Internet of Things. So we actually brought in a partner to the table and it was a new relationship. I'm happy to say that partner not only knocked it out, but our partnership was strengthened because we were able to leverage our existing partnerships. So, this means creating solutions and that address current needs and anticipating future challenges. It's about being agile and responsive, ready to adapt as the market evolves, and also being transparent. Like I said, you're not going to be an expert on all things. So bringing another partner to the table is probably going to best serve you and the partner in a long-term relationship. And keeping the communication lines open where success and challenges can be shared freely are vital. This transparency is probably the most important thing to allow for quick adjustments, improving customer service and delivery, fostering innovation. And so we each learn from each other. And lastly, a commitment to growth and learning is what drives a partnership forward for us at WME, Windows Management Experts. The IT and cybersecurity landscapes are constantly changing. So being willing to grow and adapt together is really what keeps a partnership vibrant and successful.
Thank you, Matt. I really, just to highlight a few things, your adaptability, obviously the constant communication, the collaboration, leveraging partnerships is all key to a successful partnership and continual, positive customer experiences with your existing customer base. So I appreciate highlighting that. And Matt, WME thrives in sectors with significant regulatory and compliance requirements. Can you share a success story, case study where WME made a substantial impact in one of these sectors?
Absolutely. So WME has not only succeeded in the areas of high regulation and compliance, meaning those requirements, but we've also established a standard for excellence. So I'm eager to tell you about our journey and an amazing success story that shows our impact. So we have successfully handled the complicated issues of regulatory and compliance demands for our clients. Windows Management Experts is a leader in really offering complete IT services and solutions. Our goal is simple: to help businesses by improving their IT infrastructure, securing their cybersecurity, and guiding them through the puzzle of regulatory and compliance obligations with ease. And we really believe in using the technology not just to satisfy the present needs, but also to foresee and get ready for future challenges. So I just want to highlight how WME does well in sectors that have strict requirements. One of the reasons why we succeed in regulated sectors such as healthcare, legal, financial, and government is our extensive knowledge of the specific difficulties these industries encounter. So we understand that besides the technical solutions, it's important that these solutions follow industry-specific rules, such as HIPAA in healthcare, FINRA in finance, SOX, Sarbanes-Oxley, or FedRAMP for government services. Our approach combines rigorous compliance audits, continuous monitoring, and state-of-the-art cybersecurity measures. And so this ensures that our clients not only meet, but exceed regulatory standards and safeguarding their data and operations against evolving threats. So one standout example is our work with a legal organization that was facing challenges with SOX compliance and security threats. This provider was at risk of non-compliance penalties and, more importantly, vulnerable to data breaches that could jeopardize their patient data. So we evaluated their IT infrastructure thoroughly, finding where they were not meeting compliance and security standards. We then put in a customized solution that involved enhancing their cybersecurity protection and encrypting confidential data and setting up a strong data backup and recovery plan. Moreover, we also trained their staff on how to keep up with compliance and security. The impact was immediate and profound. The legal provider not only passed their SOC compliance audit with flying colors, but also strengthened their defense against cyber threats. This project not only protected the provider from penalties and data breaches, but it also enhanced its reputation for safeguarding patient information. They are now SOX compliant, and we quickly provided a roadmap for them to become SOC 2 Type 2 certified in the parallel process. My goal at WME as being Matthew Tinney is to provide and to placate solutions that go beyond the basic requirements, to go above and beyond, and to improve our customers' operational performance and security. It's all about creating a base for continuous success and resiliency in the face of challenges.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. And highlighting that example with that financial company obviously is so important. And that's just one of the spaces, healthcare being another. But there's so many things that we could talk about. But I love sharing examples on the podcast. It's very helpful for our audience. And Matt, last question of the day, if you could briefly share, looking towards the future, how do you see the fields of cybersecurity and compliance evolving? And what steps is WME taking to stay ahead of these changes?
Awesome question. So the future of cybersecurity and compliance is obviously closely tied to the accelerating pace of technological innovation. So we're seeing a surge in cloud computing. We're seeing a surge in Internet of Things devices and AI technologies, which, while transformative, also introduced new vulnerabilities and compliance considerations. So cyber threats are becoming more sophisticated, targeting not just the traditional IT infrastructure, but also the same emerging technologies. The regulatory landscape is becoming more complex as governments worldwide strive to protect consumer and business data. So this complexity means that businesses must be more agile and informed than ever to navigate these waters successfully. So at WME, we're taking a multifaceted approach to stay ahead. So first, we're investing heavily in continuous education and training for our team and training others. So this ensures that our experts are current and forward-looking in their understanding of cybersecurity and compliance with a train-the-trainer mentality. Secondly, we're leveraging the power of AGI, advanced generative intelligence, automation, and machine learning to enhance our cybersecurity services. And these technologies allow us to predict and mitigate threats more effectively, providing a more proactive defense for our clients. Thirdly, we're focusing on building robust partnerships, as we talked about earlier, with leading technology providers. And this is actually enabling us to offer our clients more cutting-edge solutions that are more compliant and secure by design. And finally, we're engaging in ongoing dialogue with regulatory bodies to ensure that we've met current standards and anticipating future compliance requirements. This proactive stance helps us to confidently guide our clients through the regulatory needs. One standout example involves a client in the financial services, fintech, which faced challenges with NIST and CSA compliance and cybersecurity threats. We utilized AI-driven analytics to assess their data handling and security protocols, identifying areas where they were at risk of non-compliance and vulnerabilities to cyber attacks. And so by implementing a suite of advanced security measures and compliance tools, we help them achieve full GDPR compliance ahead of schedule and significantly improve their resilience against cyber threats. This project exemplifies how staying ahead of technical and regulatory challenges can benefit our clients.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. And you highlighted some great examples, obviously continually investing in education and training. That's important. Working with regulatory bodies. And of course, leveraging some of that advanced technology. You mentioned AGI, which is so important now. We need to leverage everything we can to stay ahead of our competition, but also provide a really effective service for our customers. So I appreciate the share on that. And Matthew, it's such a pleasure having you on today. And I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thank you.
Bye for now.